Okay, and welcome everybody from YouTube, and of course everybody back here on Twitch as well for Grixis Discard. This is one of the very best decks that I play, and honestly it may be the strongest overall. And as far as like best of one goes, people are asking all the time like what deck I'd recommend for best of one. I think this is probably the best of one deck that I usually play in best of three. Because you have a good aggro matchup with like this removal, Ritual of Soot's Golden Demises, and everything, and your control matchup is not so bad either. Your control matchup gets a whole lot better after sideboarding, of course, but you do have discard spells and disinformation campaign and stuff like that. Best of one, I would take out a land. I would take out the Detection Tower as a land, and I'd play another spell. Maybe another Discovery or something else. Something else, but yeah, this deck's very good. So we're gonna try to get that 5 wins. Absolutely. I think the last time I played this, we had 5 wins. Like maybe a Thief of Sanity in the main. Who knows? Maybe a Duress Negate, something like that. We have Vociferant. We'll go with that with the sub. Thank you so much. Sub number 6 on the day. And before we get to our games here, we did just get to 5 subs a little bit ago. So we are getting a pack of Core Set 2019 to celebrate. That's what we voted for in the chat. So Core Set 2019. If you're watching later on YouTube, you can try to guess the rare or mythics that we're going to open. See if you get it right. Why do we not play Chemist's Insight? So we're not really playing too many instants in the deck. Like I don't like counter spells with like disinformation campaign and stuff like that. So holding mana up for Chemist's Insight, you really only have like Vraska's Contempt to go along with it. Basically, I don't think it's too necessary with also with having Discovery and campaign. I think that's just too much air, too many cards that don't affect the battlefield. If you have Chemist's Insight in the deck as well. I'm going to be guessing Amulet of Safekeeping. I'm guessing that this is going to be a dud pack. Let's see. Banefire. That's not so bad. Banefire sweet. Enigma Drake. Real good card. That card's awesome and limited. So is Inspiring Charge. So there we go. Good pack, good pack. Alright, Traditional Constructed, and I'm going to use some gems here. And let's go Grixis Discard. Oh, let me update the... Yeah, sorry, let me update the Decklist command. And then we get this deck up. And update the Decklist command. Alright, feeling good about this league. I'm feeling good about this. Grixis Discard is a very good deck, and I think we're gonna do well. Our toughest matchup in general with this deck is, talking about best of 3 now. I think our toughest matchup in general is actually, I don't have blue mana. I have blue mana. I don't have black, but we get to scry. I want to keep this. There's a lot of black mana in our deck in general, I think. I think the toughest matchup for us in general is Golgari. That's why I've lost to the most with this deck. Because we're kind of good against the ends of the spectrums. I guess I do have Golden Demise. Alright, I'll throw this thing out there. Carnage Tyrant, Find Finality. Taking Find Finality, I'm going to hopefully make them discard the Carnage Tyrant later. Yeah. Yeah, so Golgari, like, this is our toughest matchup here. but it's still not like horrible for us, but it's our toughest one. I know Sorcerer's Cant is not a land, but it's just such a good card that, you know, like this game's going to go a little slower, that it'll help us find our lands. Getting, you know, finding a black source here for Golden Demise would be so good for us. If we don't find the black source for Golden Demise, then I'm going to have to Lava Coil a land War Elf to keep them from casting a Carnage Tyrant so soon. But black source would be perfect. That's not black source. That's black source. Slow this Carnage Tyrant way down. So yeah, our Golgari opponent was on 6 cards as well. We both kept 6 landers. They kept a lot of lands. We kept a lot of spells. I'm saving this Disinformation campaign because if they draw a spell here and they play their forest, play a spell, have Carnage Tyrant as their last card, we can make them discard it with campaign. That'd be nice. Okay, we don't get to make them discard it, but of course we do have Doom Whisperer. They can also just block Carnage Tyrant. You know, 6/6 for 7/6. We do get to block it. I would like to find Dispersal. I guess Dispersal's not going to make them... They have another card in hand, so we're not going to make them flip with Dispersal. Ooh, Nicol Bolas is nice. Alright, we'll keep Nicol Bolas. Let's pay 2 more life. Wait, no. If I pay 2 more life, I can put the other card in the graveyard and then keep Nicol Bolas and flip as Kanta, and I can cast Campaign and Bolas. But we don't need to do that. We don't need to pay that life. So we'll just go Library, because we're going to make them discard their card anyway. Yeah, we could have made them discard their 6th land and made them have to draw a land to be able to play Carnage Tyrant last turn. Certainly was a possibility. 6, 10. I guess I'm just winning the race if I would have attacked there. Also.
I will fight for my friends. How convenient. An excellent choice.
Alright, so now what do we want to do? I think we want to... Oh, I only have 6 mana. I don't have enough to flip Nicol Bolas. I only have 6 mana. I was thinking I was going to be flipping Nicol Bolas. Oh. Well then. I go Campaign and see if we draw a land. And then we can activate as Kanta.
My retribution will be swift.
We can flip Bolas next turn.
You may regret that choice.
Okay. Got there. Yeah, we were in a very commanding position there. So what I've been doing here, get Star of Extinction, a Spyglass, and just bringing in those, cutting the 2 Golden Demise, even though they were awesome there, and cutting 1 Angrath. And going with this. I think that's my plan. That's my plan. So we'll see how it goes. I still like keeping 3 Ritual of Soot in. I think that's a pretty important card for me to have. I don't think I need the 4th because we have the Star of Extinctions also as some sweepers. So, yeah, good question here. So, question is, that's too little sideboard for a matchup that's supposed to be bad, right? And I think that I don't think so, because there's not like a ton of good things to do for this matchup. It's kind of like hope your cards line up against theirs, like that game basically. There's just not like there's not really others like besides like Star of Extinction. There's not really like big hammers in this matchup. There are cards that are really good. But having all the sideboard slots for the other matchups is what makes those other matchups good also. And here, you know, like we're just basically playing a mid-range battle where we're hoping that our cards line up against theirs, kind of thing. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Well, taking the J-Light Ranger. So they'll have to use their Find Finality to get it back if they want. Unfortunately, a Disinformation Campaign doesn't do a whole lot for us because they get to just discard Carnage Tyrant and then get both of them back with Find Finality. But that's where we're at. Yeah, no, good, that was a good question, Mazaster. Thanks for the question. Good question. There. And we do have the Detection Tower for Carnage Tyrant, so that's certainly good. I don't want to play Detection Tower until it's necessary because of Assassin's Trophy, though. And I guess I'm going to just Contempt. I feel like I'm probably going to Contempt here. I could see myself Contempting Druid of the Cowl, honestly. They're, you know, like they don't have lands. Nah, I just need to take this Midnight Reaper out of here. Keep the Duress. Go ahead. No, keep the Duress. Yeah, I could just save these for Carnage Tyrant too. The Contempt, that is. We're gonna draw other cards. Zerf, it's going good. We are playing against some Golgari here. I miss playing some Grixis cards. Grixis cards are fun. So, certainly expecting our opponent to Assassin's Trophy, which does make Doom Whisperer's surveilling worse, of course. I am gonna pay 2 life to put the Disinformation Campaign back in my hand. I think. I guess I don't have to. I'll just play Doom Whisperer again next turn, right? Yeah, I'll just play Doom Whisperer again next turn. So I'll just let this resolve. Would I have 2 red sources right now? I got 2 more in my hand though. Mirror March is a new spoiler that looks like fun. I haven't seen this Mirror March. That's a good draw. Coil this, Druid of the Cowl. Keep them farther away from casting Carnage Tyrant. 5R enchantment. There's just so many 6-mana enchantments. I don't know why red just gets a 6-mana enchantment every single set, but it seems like they sure do. Okay, so what does this do? Whenever a non-token creature ETBs for you, flip a coin until you lose a flip. For each flip you win, create a token that's a copy of that creature. They gain haste, exile them at the beginning of the next end step. Ooh. That could be fun. That could be fun. I'll take Coil. Alright, so I'm going to hold control just in case. I want to cast this first. There we go. I wanted to do the... What? I was holding control! Full control mode! I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to surveil... Yeah, I wanted to surveil with that draw trigger on the stack. So I could have put those... I mean, we were going to draw land anyway, so... Whatever. Alright, I guess I do need full control mode now, though. And now, it's just going back to our hand, so now it does matter a lot less. But I'm still doing it. Thought Eraser's good. Thought Eraser can take the Carnage Tyrant. Or whatever other card they keep. They may have like Vivian in their hand. I don't want full control mode anymore. Hey Code Junk, doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. Alright, so we just got rid of 2 Carnage Tyrants and a Midnight Reaper there. We are at 11, so like if our opponent just attacks out... Oh, that's a good draw. Yeah. No. Them drawing a card isn't really that big of a deal. Because we're just going to make them discard that card with Disinformation Campaign. I just hope it's not a land. I hope it's a spell. And of course it's a land. Now they can just top deck a Vivian and play that. Alright, we're going to coil Midnight Reaper. And then have Contempt available. Hey Track Team, day's going good. We are, you know, playing Magic. Magic's fun. I like our Grixis deck, and I like where we're at in this match. So, having a good time. There's a Nicol Bolas. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're not going to be flipping Nicol Bolas, so I'll just keep both those, though. So we can go... So we are going to be able to play this. Like, we have exact mana to do kind of everything. Play this, get Lava Coil, that thing. I'm just not concerned with this Wild Growth Walker. Because the Wild Growth Walker, for it to not be a 1/3, they have to draw an Explore creature. If they draw an Explore creature, like, we're doing great. So, like, if they draw Ravenous Chupacabra, or like some removal spell for the Nicol Bolas, I don't want them to like kill the Nicol Bolas and then hit me for 3 with the 3/2s. So that's why I went after the 3/2s instead of the 1/3. If they draw a removal spell for Nicol Bolas there and hit me for 1, you know, like, big deal. If they would grow Wild Growth Walker, that means they're drawing just some crappy creature that can easily beat. So I'm good there also. So, like, that's a spot there that people probably would have been using removal on Wild Growth Walker, but I used it on the other creatures, and I think it was better to use it on the other creatures. No, it was... Yeah, so, like, we couldn't deal with Arclight Phoenix. And we know, like, Arclight Phoenix is certainly a problem for the Golgari deck. But we did lose a mirror where our opponent just Midnight Reaper and Wild Growth Walkered us to death. It's, but then we got Boros aggro though. We won that matchup. We played against 3 good decks, 3 good opponents, and went 1-2. But yeah, Phoenix was really difficult for us to deal with. Hey, SciPT. Yeah, Grixis discard is real good. Now, do I want to Discovery now? Yeah, I'll just Discovery now. We don't get to put Disinformation Campaign back in our hand, but, I mean, look at our curve. We're going to be doing stuff every spot on the curve. I do want 5th land, but I don't need a whole lot more land. I'm going to put the land in the graveyard. Yeah, I always do 4 decks every day. I used to try to do 5 decks, but it wasn't really too realistic for 7 hours. I've been feeling like the four decks has been getting us through 3 to 10 pretty consistently, happily consistently. And I'll campaign. When you go over the new set and constructed on the 11th, will you also be looking at possible decks in the new standard, like any current decks getting better or worse because of certain cards? We'll just be talking about it like maybe by a card basis, like maybe, you know, like while talking about whatever card. Main deck negate? That's rude. While talking about a certain card, you know, we could talk about this card makes, you know, X archetype better, or maybe this card hurts Y archetype, kind of thing. But not really the archetypes in general. We're mostly talking about the new cards. But yeah, if you didn't know that, we are going to be doing on the 11th, whenever we have the entire set available to us, we'll be going through color by color, doing a big time constructed set review on stream here, and recording that for YouTube also. And yeah, going through all the cards, giving the cards different grades and everything. So hope y'all join me for that. Or if you're unable to, check it out on YouTube later. That's why I want to do it on Friday, because I want it up for the weekend. So if people are, you know, traveling, doing whatever on the weekend, they'll have like the ability to listen to that on YouTube. I know some people listen to YouTube videos in their car.
Hard a larboard.
That Seekapay was a great draw for our opponent. That's a great draw. All of our recursive threats here getting countered. Certainly rough. We're looking like we're going to lose this game. Alright, good. They got a little ways away to go before that Search Risk Canta. That's good. Maybe I should have waited, actually. I should have gone to end step. I should have just passed turn. Yeah, I should have passed turn. because they're obviously going to discard the Seal Away to Chemist's Insight, right? So they do that on end step. I didn't consider this until I was casting the Doom Whisperer. But they do that on end step, and then in response to that card, they have 0 cards in hand. I can cast Dispersal. See, like, they're obviously going to do that on end step. So then I could have cast Dispersal, bounce, and just gotten rid of the Search for Scanta, which would be a huge boon for us. All right, when the next set comes out, I need to make a Demon Imp Devil deck for Rakdos, the showstopper or something like that. So the Search for Scanta could flip. I kind of hope they like the card on tops to make it less easy for them to flip it. Whew, that was a good card on top. I know land would be good for Nicol Bolas for transforming Nicol Bolas, but overall, finding just another card to play is probably going to be better for us. Hey, greetings from Finland. One of the best MTG streams. Well, thank you so much for the kind words. Welcome. Alright, I guess I'm going to take another Nicol Bolas, I guess. Hope they don't find another settle. I'll play this to hit a land drop. No. Yes? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to cast the Dispersal. So now if we can play a land next turn and flip Nicol Bolas potentially. Yeah, we have like Contempt for Teferi already. You know, they're looking for Cleansing Nova or something to that effect here. Okay. Got the first game, which is huge because that's our tough game. Because we have so much in our sideboard. You know, we got 3 Negate, 3 Duress, 3 Thief of Sanity, and a Spyglass. So much in our sideboard. Like, maybe even too much. But Lava Coil, Ritual Soot, Golden Demise come on out, and that's still 62. Someone said, hey Todd, just joined now, long day at work, but have you seen any new cards that can upgrade this deck? Oh, I need to start uploading the Golgari Undergrowth. Upgrading this deck? I'm not sure. I haven't... You know, I'm kind of waiting for, like, the whole set, and you know, Standard's going to change. Like, that's the thing. Like, Standard's certainly going to change. I haven't really just been thinking about like what card to put in what deck yet, honestly. But yeah, like Bedevil, like for sure. Bedevil's good. I'm sure that that'll be a good card. I want to trim a Contempt. No, trim a Doom Whisperer or two. I'll take out Doom Whisperer. I think Doom Whisperer is pretty easy to counter. Doesn't usually happen. Like that last game. I like Discovery. Just the amount of like searching that Discovery can do, or the Dispersal half. I think it's just a good card. Holy Avatar says, I've been watching your content for a while. What would be in the future proof deck, cheap deck? What would be a future proof deck, cheap deck to start with? I love the blue theme. Wait. I don't... What would be a... So... I don't know, try to... Can you reword that, Holy Avatar? Should I keep in some removal for Legion War Boss? I have Vraska's Contempts. But I know it's not a lot, but got those. Okay, future proof like it will be good after the new set comes out. Okay. Okay, I gotcha. Man, if I thought Erasure Discovery here, yeah, so yeah, honestly, probably just mono blue aggro. Like mono blue aggro is actually getting some upgrades also. Honestly, I think mono blue is a good cheap deck right now, and it is getting some upgrades with the next set. So probably just mono blue. Like that is just a good deck right now, and there are some cards for it. So honestly, that's not a bad place to be. Yeah, you're good. No problem. So they're at 3 mana right now. It's not red mana. Do need red mana. I want to play Angrath next turn and take this Enigma Drake. And that's red mana, that'll do. And that Thought Erasure is a good card also. Yeah, we're in a good spot. Yeah, and we have Angrath could kill a Legion War Boss too. I could have drawn a I really don't want them to have a counter spell here for Angrath, so I'm gonna lead with Campaign Thought Erasure. Yeah, because they put a binding in their graveyard and then got a random card, and it wasn't a land. On the funeral. So playing Thought Erasure over Duress, because next turn, oh my gosh, it's an expansion. I get to take my Angrath. It's rude. Alright, Angrath down. Summit does mean we get to go campaign, but no, let's ditch it. Need to find something for this Drake. I guess it's the same. It's the same against expansion for the most part. They kept their card on top. It's basically the same against expansion. Yeah, I guess we could have played it. Like, I played around a counterspell, but not playing the Angrath yet. You know, I wanted to take a card out, see their hand. But against specifically expansion, Angrath would have been better. But I would have been really sad if we played Angrath and their card was a counterspell. I would have been real sad. So I don't regret not playing Angrath. All right, if they discard this card, they don't get to Chemist's Insight. I kind of assume they're going to Chemist's Insight here and discard one of the two. Nope. Still need to find something for this Enigma Drake. They're ahead because Searcher's Canto is better than anything I got going on. Drawing multiple more lands is not good. I've seen 10 lands and 19 cards. Blah. Why'd I choose Thought Erasure over Duress? Because Duress costing 1 mana, the next turn, if we have 6 mana, we could cast Duress and then Angrath. So we could be able to double spell with Duress to be able to protect Angrath the following turn. So that's why I went with the Thought Erasure there. Well, this did look good for us for a little bit. That's, of course, a real bad sign. Do they just have shock? What? They're just willing for us to play Thief of Sanity? Or attack them with Thief of Sanity? We got rid of 2 lands, at least. Certainly don't want them to draw a land. Can't really handle that Niv Mizzet. Gross. Do I even have anything in my deck I can play next turn? I chump here, go to 3. Yeah, it's too many lands. Alright, so they're Enigma Draking. When you said you would be grading the new cards, you have constructed grade and limited grade. No, just standard. Yeah, so just constructed. I don't know if it's time for Lava Coils. Maybe. Lava Coil would replace Discovery. Likely. We have 1 Doom Whisper over a Discovery. Yeah, we're playing 40 land decks there. For best of 1, all I would do to start with is I would take out the Detection Tower for another spell. And I don't know exactly what that is, I guess. I guess probably another Discovery. Someone they were going to have Search for Azcanta. Definitely wanted to take Search for Azcanta from them. They keep drawing Syncopate right after I see their hand. Are you kidding me? Syncopate and then search for Azcanta? It's literally the two best draw steps. Seriously? Why can't I draw search for Azcanta? I want one of those. I got those in my deck too. Holy crap. It does not get any better than that. A good template for mono blue? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, honestly. Like if you mean like template as an article or something like that, I'm not exactly sure. I would just Google search. Man, Syncopate into search for Azcanta. Azcanta's just gonna kill me. My card is too good. Honestly, I should probably have just a third search for Azcanta in my sideboard. The more I think about it, the more I like that idea. Putting a third search for Azcanta in the sideboard over like one of these duresses or negates. Probably over a duress. I don't need that many duresses. Search for Azcanta is just ridiculous. Like, imagine if we had Search for Azcanta here and we're putting a land every single turn into the graveyard. How much better our draws would be and everything. Not. Search for Azcanta is miles better than Treasure Map for these kind of decks. Treasure Map's better when you have more creatures or if you really need all the mana. Angrath pairs well with Disinformation Campaign. I've been happy with Angrath. I'm not happy with drawing 6 lands in a row. I've been happy with Angrath.
Sorry I'm late. No time for a break.
Any tips for polynomial equations? I mean, it depends on what you're doing with your polynomials. Search for Azcanta, completely busted. Alright, I'm putting a Search for Azcanta in the sideboard of this deck. That's actually just a good idea. Like, we could just have a third search in the sideboard. That card is not fair for what you get for 2 mana at all. I'm gonna do that before I forget about that. Perfect. That's an upgrade. Certainly why my opponent won those games. They had Search for Azcanta, I didn't. Well, the card's pretty ridiculous. That's a good sideboard upgrade there. Alright, we're 1-1. Yeah, they had 2 unbelievable draw steps that, you know, really got us. If they miss on either of those, we're really far ahead. But they hit them both, and then we drew all lands. So they had 2 unbelievable draw steps. We had like 5 horrific draw steps, and that's how Magic's can be won or that's how Magic can be won or lost. Yep. We get the swamp in. The swamp will be able to let our summit or catacomb come into play untapped. Looks like Bant Turbo Fog. Yes, it is. So, bad matchup game 1, but good matchups games 2 and 3. We're most likely going to lose this game, but I like our chances for the other games. I'm not going to stay in this game too long if our opponent is building a sizable advantage. I won't be playing the game 1 very long. No Unmoored Ego in the sideboard. Looks like the opponent's pulling up the stream. That's fine. Yeah, Disinformation Campaign and Thought Erasures would be good draws. Double Nicol Bolas and Angrath, though, is a good start. Like, you know, Nicol Bolas and Angrath are certainly good here of just making them discard their hand. So we have a good start, you know, going with next turn. That's a horrible draw. But especially Angrath. Alright, you don't see the counter spells from the Fog player too often. I think it's more important that we have Angrath than Nicol Bolas, so I'm going to try playing Nicol Bolas again and see if they have another counter spell. Yeah, you can, Ox. You can link your deck for chat comments. Yeah, this looks like it's just band control. They may not be Fog. I guess they have 4 counter spells.
You'll burn for that.
Must be pretty nice. Alright, yeah, so this is just band control. This is not Turbo Fog. Do have a detection tower in our deck.
This isn't a fight you can win. You know what? I'm not done yet.
Good hand, opponent. Good hand. That was game 1. What if we play Star of Extinction? Is Star of Extinction not necessary? One star? Nah. Nah, I'm off it. I do want to keep Doom Whisperers in here, though, because how it can check Carnage Tyrant. Cut a Thief of Sanity? No, I think I'm going to cut a Campaign. I do need to keep in Dispersals because of Carnage Tyrant. Hey, Chris. Nope, nothing new. Nothing new. Cutting a Contempt. Yep, play Magic each day. Yeah, this would certainly be a good match for Eldest Reborn. Does the new Rhythm of the Wild enchantment stack the Riot ability on creatures that do not have Riot by themselves? Yeah. Riot abilities always stack. So if you have 2 of those things out, your creatures will enter with 2 Riots. Like a... Yeah. Yeah, Star is good against Tyrant, but a horrible hand to have in your opening hand or draw in your first, like, 10 cards of the game. So didn't keep that. Rakdos and Gruul are looking like my 2 favorite guilds from the set. Well, we're about to have new standard here in a little bit, Chris. It's always good getting a fresh standard. Stars for Golgari. That's why stars in the sideboard is for Golgari. Ooh. Alright, we need some more lands. A discovery for a land. Here's a couple lands. I want the first land. Do I want the second land? Yeah. Now I have a difficult decision here whether or not to play Search for Azcanta. I don't think I want to. I really don't want Search for Azcanta to get countered. I think I want to be able to play Search for Azcanta with Counterspell backup. Well, now our opponent just cast that where we get to make sure we resolve Search for Azcanta, so that's perfect. Okay, you got cat hair all over me. Got some, like, on my face. Alright, campaign. I want to be able to hold up negate for Teferi. Well, I'm sure they're planning on destroying creatures with Cleansing Nova anyway than destroying enchantments. King Julian. Sub on Twitch Prime. Welcome to the stream, King Julian. Thank you so much for that sub. Now, if I play Nicol Bolas, I you know, tap out. They have Teferi here. I'm gonna want to negate the Teferi. They did not have Teferi, but so that's why I went with Disinformation Campaign. Haven't seen too many manual tappers lately, but it is certainly annoying playing against manual people that tap their mana manually because it does just take more time. But don't see it a ton. Alright, now we have Nicol Bolas with negate protection. But it's okay. Alright, and 7th mana would actually be pretty good next turn if we get it, where we get to transform Nicol Bolas and put Doom Whisperer into play. Because they're casting their Cleansing Nova. We can negate that. Could also just let this resolve and just play new Nicol Bolas. I think I'm going to do that. I'm pretty glad I did that. This will be able to take out both of their cards in hand unless they have 2 counter spells. Okay. Got that game. Okay, one more, Hawkeye. One more. Yeah, they're about to have no hand at all to our Nicol Bolas, our Angrath, and, you know, like 2 or 3 cards in hand, whatever we had. Big game here. I don't really want to go 1-2 again. And, you know, move on to our next deck already. So, definitely a big game here. That's a good hand. We'll keep it. What blue black can do. Duress, Search, Thief. Alright, so they have just no lands. I think I'd take... I mean, I could take Opt, make it harder for them to hit lands. I'm going to take Syncopate, because they have Seal Away for Thief also, though. The Seal Away is really annoying. Why did they think this was a keep? Like, I don't want them to top deck a land and then I can't get Search for Riscanta in play, right? Like, I definitely want to get Search for Riscanta for sure in play. And so that would be taking Syncopate would make sure that Syncopate for sure comes into play. So I'm taking Syncopate. Because if I take Opt and then they just draw a land, then I'm kind of screwed. Or like an untapped land. You know, if they just draw like basic planes, then I'm kind of screwed if I take opt. So I like what we did. I like taking Syncopate there. Get the Searcher's Canta in play. They need to get to 4 mana for binding. Slight chance I can... Slight chance I can flip the search before that. Very slight chance. Not attacking with the Thief's Sanity here and letting them just cast their seal away. That's certainly like their only thing to do here is cast the seal away. Like you know, no reason for me to let them use their mana that turn on it. Like they can use their seal away next turn. I don't Zack the Ripper, I don't know. Okay, so they do get to destroy search, but we get to hit him with 2 Thief of Sanity, so it's worth it. Yeah, I have no answer for you with that question, Zach. If I don't take Insight, they just get the Insight in their graveyard. Whatever. That's a card I was looking for.
Hold that thought.
How's it feel, opponent? How's it feel? You're gonna binding the Teferi, and I get to just hit you 2 more times with these thieves? Nope, there's a seal away. Ah, 2 seal aways. Alright, and now we're going to have counterspell protection for Teferi.
Time for plan B.
Would be nice to draw something that's not
Hurry.
land. No. I don't know. Like, Contempt's not a land. Which is kind of strong for us right now, but it's not a card I really want. I mean, it does like protect, you know, takes out the Knight of Autumn that's hitting my Teferi. I guess. Yeah, I'm taking the Contempt. I'm not being too greedy. If they cast Ixalan's Binding here, I do get to surveil one with the Sabotage. Ooh. That card good. That card real good.
Do you want me to phase you out of time? We need to move quickly.
Discard another Insight. Binding on Nicol Bolas would be a problem. I can't play another Nicol Bolas. That'd be a problem. Alright, they're just looking for lands. Yeah, our opponent kept they kept a weird one-lander on the play. One-lander on the play, that was just a tap land. Okay, so we got a pretty fun play here. We're going to attack for 4. We're going to tuck a seal away.
Time for plan B. As soon as I think of not so fast.
We're going to flip Nicol Bolas. And we're going to put Teferi back into play.
The multiverse is at my disposal, death.
And then we're going to tuck this other seal away.
I am not going to sit this. I'm not ready for this quite yet.
And now we don't, because I use that contempt, we don't have to worry about the Knight of Autumn, like, attacking in at us. Oh, hey, Hawkeye. That was a fun turn. Our opponent didn't think so. They went home. And then suddenly we had 2 Thief of Sanities and a Nicol Bolas and a Teferi in play. Yeah, this is attacked by 30 Seconds to Mars for the person asking about the song. Who would have thought that? Teferi's pretty good in Grixis. It is. I do have a Grixis Teferi deck that's just Grixis splashing for Teferi. And the Teferi's very good in there. But yeah, Nicol Bolas plus Teferi, you get to do some silly things. Keep. I just saw the first 4 cards, it's just keep. Like, you know, I'd see these 4 cards, it doesn't really matter what the rest are. Fire Mines Research. Really? Really? Campaign allows them to discard their Arclight Phoenix. But it's also something for me to do next turn. Graveyard. I'll just be able to put the Watery Grave into play tapped. That's fine. Like, I do want to use Dispersal to get rid of the Fire Mines Research. So I don't really want to cast Discovery. But maybe we don't really need that. Maybe I could just cast Discovery and look for some more things and try to end the game quickly with Bolas and Whisper. Do I wait until I can Dispersal the Fire Mines Research later on? Or do I cast Discovery now? What am I really looking for with Discovery? I don't really know what I'd be looking for. We already have a good turn next turn with Nicol Bolas. We have a good turn the following turn with Doom Whisper. It's nothing we really need. I think I'm just going to hold on to Dispersal. This is Grixis discard. Getting a little punished for not keeping the Disinformation campaign. Even though it would have cost us 2 life, that would have been a better card to play on turn 3. Since they were able to just discard the Arclight Phoenix to chart a course anyway. That's why I got rid of the campaign. I didn't want them to have just an easy sack outlet for it. And was hoping to kind of draw into other things. We didn't really draw into other things. Ionize? No. In the Arclight Phoenix deck? What is going on here? So do I block and let Crackling Drake plus Shock kill my Doom Whisperer? I think so. They may just have enough power on the Crackling Drake to be able to trade with Doom Whisperer without that. With Drake off the battlefield, it'll be more likely that I can have Dispersal take the Firemind's Research. I still have Contempt for Arclight Phoenix. It's like their deck is already pre-boarded for this matchup with Firemind's Research and Ionize in the main deck. They're already pre-boarding for this. And no attack for opponent. Risk factor. So Firemind's Research does get to kill Nicol Bolas now. They could also shoot Doom Whisperer for 5 and shock the Whisperer as well. Okay, so they are killing Nicol Bolas. I was hoping they were going to kill the Doom Whisperer, honestly. So if I take 5 and go to 7... could be kind of hard to beat this. Is it going to be hard to beat Shock Risk Factor? Like, the Shock's just going to go upstairs. No. Yeah, I'll block. I'll have Contempt for something else. Oh, they shocked the Doom Whisperer? They could send that Shock upstairs. Alright, so now Dispersal gets Firemind's Research off the battlefield. And now we're going to Discovery to look for another threat. Search for his Cant accounts. That's a good one. Okay, looking good. And we still have a Contempt for like their next creature, or if they get Phoenix back somehow. They better not have drawn a counterspell. This better not be a counterspell. Alright, thank you. Yeah, that's a good Azcanta. You know, Lava Coil's maybe not necessarily the best, but we got 3 lands to the bottom. That's good. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 lands so far. Hey, Mass, day's going good. It's kind of risky playing Angrath here. If they have, because if they have Drake plus maximized velocity, I had to go back to work. Didn't get, oh man, didn't even get to see the first game of the metal deck? Dang.
Blows temper the blow.
Alright, we're down to 6.
Swine.
No, we haven't seen maximized velocity. Down to 3. We've seen a lot of burn spells. There's Nicol Bolas and Doom Whisperer. Cards I really want. I think I may have just killed myself by not holding up Contempt. Alright, so they're playing lots of burn spells. Yeah, it's like their deck's like pre-boarded against us. It's very good. It's gonna be a tough matchup. That Firemind's Research. Do I want Spyglass for that? Maybe. Let's bring in Negates and a Spyglass. Don't think I need more Duresses. I like that. I like this. Control is to hold priority. You want to hold control, so it's control. Well, glad you're back here now, Mass. Yeah, Path of Metal was definitely fun. Had a good time with that deck. Both of our losses were keeping 2 landers where we didn't hit land drops. And so it was a couple frustrating losses, but it was certainly fun when we got to do our thing. I'm going to keep Discovery to put all these campaigns back in my hand. So, if they would have just drawn any spell that wasn't a burn spell there, they were going to get their Arclight Phoenix back and be able to kill me with Arclight Phoenix. Because I didn't keep Contempt up. Can we get some lands now? I'd like a land next turn. Yeah, the Sorcerer's Spyglass is for Firemind's Research, and they may have Ral Izzet Viceroy as well. All right, I'm not going to play the campaign here because I want to land. So we're going to do this. That's a land. I will keep it, and then I'll just Thought Erasure. Oh, land came into play tapped. Well then, no Thought Erasure yet. Just no spells or nothing? What you doing over there, opponent? No spells or nothing? They just don't have 3 spells to get back Phoenix, so they don't want to, I guess? Or Ionize. They're keeping Ionize up. Right. That's fine. Enigma Drake, chart a course, radical idea. Lightning Strike. Need some lands. Gonna take the Enigma Drake because they can potentially get Arclight Phoenix back. They'd have to have another land and a 1-mana spell. But I'm going to want the Contempt for the Arclight Phoenix. There we go. Second Phoenix. We're going to counter Chart a Course. We cast Chart a Course here. Thousand-Year Storm, huh? I just want to keep their hand light for the Phoenix. Make it hard for them to cast 3 spells in a turn. I think I just counter Risk Factor. If they cast Risk Factor here, yeah, I'm going to counter it. Right? Or I could just take 4. But, like, they have to discard a card in their hand. Yeah, okay, so they're kind of going burn plan then. Yeah, I'm gonna counter it. Well, that's a good card towards having Arclight Phoenix available. Wow. That's a bold strategy from the opponent right there. Yeah, countering Tormenting Voices is certainly good. They could have just waited a turn and had like Lightning Strike plus Radical Idea plus something else. Okay, so now they only have 2 Phoenixes in the graveyard and nothing else. We should have this game intact here. Winning a third game is going to be tough on the draw. I want to be able to keep up negate. And keep a blocker for Phoenix. Well, I'll just counter the dispersal so they can't copy anything. No reason to pay life.
Ever see no fire, no steel.
And we got this one. Well, their deck's good against... You're saying their deck is bad. It's good against us. They don't really have, like... any too bad cards against it. Like, it is really good against my deck. All these burn spells and everything. I think I may just cut campaign, though, actually. I think I'm going to cut campaign. Yeah, because it does just kind of let them discard their Arclight Phoenixes and stuff. I think I'm going to kind of... Maybe I just have, like, some Thief of Sanities. Even though they die to their burn spells, they have to use their burn spell on Thief of Sanity. Could also have, like, a Golem Demiser, too, for Electromancer plus Phoenixes. Kind of put them back in the graveyard. Maybe I take out Angrath, too, for that same kind of thing. Put in 2 Golden Demise, 2 Duress, 2 Thief of Sanity. Hey, Mass. You're welcome. Says, thanks for streaming. I really enjoyed the time spent watching and talking with you in chat. You're welcome. I enjoy this too. I enjoy streaming, and I'm really thankful for everybody here. Yeah, Blood Operative would be a good card, absolutely. That we do not have. Putting Golden Demise and Thief of Sanity in our deck is a little weird, but I think it's worth it. Cheers. That's a keep. Yeah, Remorseful Cleric is a really good card against this kind of stuff. I watched the Cowboys Seahawks game. That was the one game I watched. That was a pretty good game. The Seahawks run game, for how good their running attack was all year, their run game was so weak that game. I saw, of course, I saw the highlight of Entrancing Melody. Saw the highlight of the Chicago Bears kicker missing that field goal, and man, I felt so bad for that kid. Felt so bad for that kid. I see removal and treasure map and press keep. For it's, yeah, Thought Erasure and Bolus, keep. Especially just Thought Erasure. Thought Erasure is a very strong card. Colts or Chiefs? I'm gonna take Disperse? No, I'm not taking Disperse. I guess I'm taking Risk Factor. Deals 4 damage. Hey, Box Monster. Thanks for subbing there, Twitch Prime. I kind of think that the Colts are going to win that game, actually. I think the Colts are going to win. I think that's going to be an upset. I'm calling it. Box Monster with our 8th sub of the day. Let's get some hype in the chat. There we go. And I'm kind of assuming this is gonna resolve and we'll be able to untap with it. If it doesn't, then I kind of have this extra negate for kind of no reason. Wait, they just lightning striked it? What? They didn't realize they only had 1 red. They didn't realize they only had 1 red. Thanks, Box Monster. Yeah, they forgot about the 1 red. Ugh, cancel. I even thought about just casting Discovery there and waiting till I had negate protection. I should have just probably waited, but I mean, we're looking pretty good. They got, you know, 1 card and then a Risk Factor and Radical Idea in the graveyard. So our one nickel bolus, Gotham Born, keeping the hype going. Our one nickel bolus traded with a Lightning Strike, a Disperse, an Entrancing Melody, and a Cancel. So it did get 4 cards. So that's pretty good. Gotham Born. Sub hype. Alright, 9 out of 10. One more and we're cracking a pack. Honestly, I don't really need to cast the negate there, but I'm just kind of playing it safe. We got another negate. Doom Whisper will help us find out other things. Like, not taking that 4 life means we get to surveil a lot more and really make sure that we get better draw steps. I mean, man, it's just not even worth it casting negate on that. Knew it. I was like, I just surveilled 2 lands in the graveyard. There's not going to be a 3rd land there, right? So I just took it instead of paying 2 life. What do you think of the new Domri? It looks sweet. I like the art. I'm excited to play the card. It's not amazing, you know. It's not like the best Planeswalker ever, but I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Canta. Boom. Watch out for Banefire. That's a good call. It's a good card to watch out for. And I'm not going to surveil here with us having Azcanta active. It's a good call. We don't really need to go lower. You still get like to look at the top card with that kind of thing. Okay, 2 more hits. We even have like Contempt on the Doom Whisperer if we need it. So they need a card. Yeah, there's just not a card in the format. They do know about this Contempt in our hand. And yeah, it's lethal either way. GG. Alright. Your internet died. Well, you're still typing on the internet. So you're kind of good there. Okay, I'm going to do just like a 1-second little exit restart. You saw that game was like real jumpy there. I'll just kind of restart this arena here. And I guess the Golgari Undergrowth is ready to go up on YouTube, so let me finish typing out all the stuff for YouTube there for that. Three and one. Not so bad. We're coming back. Alright, that video is up on YouTube. Remember, if you're not following the YouTube channel, please go do that. Still looking for, we're not quite halfway there on enough followers there to be partnered, and need a whole lot more hours to watch as well. So if you like watching the stream replays, would appreciate if you check out the videos on YouTube. youtube.com/c/ToddStevensMTG is the place to be able to find that. Chain Whirler, Commander. Taking a Siege Gang. We have... There we go. We got Coil for one Chain Whirler, another Coil for another Chain Whirler. Hopefully have Disinformation Campaign, make them discard the Siege Gang. What do I think about Angel of Grace? I think it's actually going to be a pretty good Angel. Flash is incredibly strong and always underrated, and yeah, so I think I'm thinking that the Angel of Grace is going to be pretty good. Do I want to get rid of another Nicol Bolas? Yeah. Yeah, so just 5 mana, 5/4 Flying Flash is a good card. It's yet another creature that dies to Lava Coil, though. That's kind of like the annoying thing about it, is it can die to Lava Coil, and also if it's exiled, it's not as effective for you if it's exiled as well. It's probably not that good of a play here. I'm just trading Nicol Bolas for Mountain Goblin. That's not a good play. I should Contempt first. So now, do I want to play this campaign? Do they not play a land? Yeah, no land. So they're looking at having a couple spells in their hand. Let's see. Let's take a spell. Didn't draw a land there. Wanted to draw a land and play Azcanta. No, they just had a land they didn't play. Could be a good play for the opponent if they have, they want to protect another spell there. I need to find Golden Mines or Ritual of Soot. Should have Contempted that Siege Gang 2 turns ago. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm looking at taking 10. Yep, so I went downhill playing Nicol Bolas instead of Contempt. I feel like they had that other Siege Gang, like they may have had that other Siege Gang commander in hand, where if we play Contempt, they just play another Siege Gang, and then we're still even farther behind. Man, 3 Siege Gang commanders against us, though. Kind of rough. So options are, I Contempt Siege Gang, they throw it at me, I take 2, go to 6. They throw another one of these at me, I'm at 4. They can attack for 3 and put me down to 1. I think that's my options. Hey, Pollen. I'm going to actually wait till upkeep. I think it's actually better to wait till upkeep. Thanks so much for the sub there. Teamer ramp with new Simic Jellyfish Hydra. Oh yeah, that just means I'm dead. That's not a good play. I need to do that on end step. I'm tapping, letting them cast. Yeah, I'm taking 1 more damage there. Not a well played game. Not a well played game. All right, another Golden Demise. So they're like the bigger red deck. So they're likely going to have the Immortal Sun. The Immortal Sun's a huge problem. Certainly see them having the Immortal Sun. I take out Set, keep Demise. They're gonna have a bunch of burn spells. I'm playing Thief's Sanity. That's what I'm going to do over Negate. Vraska's Contempt seems low value. Well, they're going to be they have 4 Rekindling Phoenix, for sure, and I certainly need to Contempt that. Like I need to have Coils and Contempts for Rekindling Phoenix, and it's, you know, like they're my best answers to like Goblin Chain Wheel or stuff like that also. So anyway, Pollen, with that resub, thank you so much. That was our 10th sub of the day. So let's go ahead and do a poll. You can vote for what set should we go buy a pack from. So you got 60 seconds. Either vote for M19, Rivals of Ixalan, Dominaria, or Ixalan. 60 seconds starting now, which is actually probably a little bit ago for you in chat there. So we got Treasure Map, Frenzy, Spyglass. So let's take Treasure Map. No, maybe I just take Frenzy. No, I'm gonna take Treasure Map. Right? Treasure Map or Frenzy? I guess probably Frenzy, actually. I mean, I have Dispersal for Frenzy. I also just have more discard spells. I can find... Treasure Map is like 3 extra cards. Frenzy can be a whole lot more extra cards. But not as much in their deck. Frenzy's not as good in their deck as it is against Mono Red. take treasure map. Final answer, treasure map. Alright, poll is closed. Here's the final results. M19 winning that poll yet again. Alright. M19 pack. Dun, 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 dun. We'll see what they name a spyglass. I'm not sure exactly what they... I mean, could just be Nicol Bolas. Could be Azcanta, the Sunken Ruin. Could certainly see Azcanta, the Sunken Ruin. Oh yeah, Frenzy's an amazing card. It's never bad. It's certainly good for him, but it's not as good as it is in mono red, though. That's what I was saying. But yeah, it's certainly good for them. Treasure map is very good as well. Now they named something. I'm gonna guess Azcanta the Sunken Ruin. I haven't moused over to see the name yet. That's what I'm gonna guess. Let's see what we got. Ah, Nicol Bolas. All right, Nicol Bolas has been named. So here's kind of the question: Are they going to throw down Experimental Frenzy immediately, or are they going to wait? Are they? The good thing about throwing down Frenzy immediately here is my disinformation campaign doesn't really do anything. If they do, if they do not cast Frenzy, I'm playing campaign. If they do cast Frenzy, I'm playing Thief of Sanity. Okay, so we're playing Thief of Sanity. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm playing Thief of Sanity still, but yeah, casting Thought Erasure doesn't matter. We can just wait till we play campaign first and pick campaign back up. That Thought Erasure would have been really nice to have the previous turn to take it. Well, he won't flip. That's the thing. You can't flip Nicol Bolas because of the Spyglass. All right, so they were fortunate to get the burn spell on top for the thief. But then we are even more fortunate drawing another thief. So hoping they don't hit the burn spell here. I actually haven't bought shirts in a long time. I've had like a collection of shirts that I've used for a while. Wow, Daredevil is great. Thankfully no removal spell, but they do have Thought Erasure. Thankfully no removal spell for Thief. A lot of my shirts are my favorite shirts are the Mark Anthony brand that I got at Kohl's. I just assumed they would still sell those, but those are a lot of the shirts that fit really well. I think this shirt was from Kohl's. This wasn't a Mark Anthony shirt though. This one's a little bigger. A little bigger on me. Discovery? Don't they just want a Thought Erasure? Like, what does Discovery do? It puts some card in their hand that they can't cast unless they destroy their Frenzy. The point of the Aristocrats deck is to make your opponent's removal worse because you have a lot of creatures that are inexpensive and that you don't mind dying. And you also sacrifice your creatures then for profit. So it's kind of a hard deck to fight because the removal that you have doesn't get as much value as it would normally. I'll take the treasure map. Phoenix, Siege Gang Commander, Treasure Map, Lava Coil. We're going to take the... No, Treasure Map does not go back to them. For the card to go back to them, it has to say you exile the card and then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. That's what Nicol Bolas says. This just says remove counters, transform it. So this will just transform. It doesn't leave the battlefield and re-enter. It's why you don't get like landfall triggers. The lands and stuff. Don't I have an upkeep scry? I think I'm regretting not taking Frenzy. Discovery would just cost 5 mana, so they didn't have the mana to spend for Discovery. Where's my upkeep stop? We have Golden Demise. We got 3 Golden Demises in the deck. Certainly would look for one right about now. My upkeep stop keeps leaving me. I guess it's probably just better in practice to do the Azcanta trigger first. I'm gonna graveyard that. We'll go to main phase. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I activate Azcanta, I do not get to play Nicol Bolas. So I'm going to Lava Coil the Siege Gang Commander if we don't have Golden Demise. It's kind of like the question is whether or not I want to just play Nicol Bolas out or activate Azcanta. I think I'm going to activate Azcanta. They've had 3 Banefires, 3 Lava Coils so far. That'll do. That's what we were looking for. Get these things out of here. You have to put it on CB step of opponent for permanent. If you do it first main, it sometimes remove it. Oh. Yeah, well, I'll try it again here. And I love the Siege Gang Commander going to their graveyard also, not getting Lava Coiled, so I can play Nicol Bolas, flip it, and get their Siege Gang Commander and put it into play. I am 1 mana away from doing that. With the help of the treasures the next turn, I can do that. Can we mill our opponent out? No, not likely. Oh, right, I cannot flip Bolus. Spyglass is over there. Well, this is worse for me. Alright, so we coil Phoenix. Angrath. Take their war boss.
Here be monsters. Your crew for my freedom? A fair price.
Cast Nicol Bolas. If you use Spyglass against red deck ones, you can force them to only use Frenzy all game. I don't think that's a good trade for you. But yeah, you can. I like limited Joyster Man. I don't have as many viewers usually whenever I play limited. Right now, I don't need to... there's not really anything in the collection for me to really try to build towards with limited. But whenever Ravnica Allegiance comes out, I'm going to be playing limited streams with Ravnica Allegiance to build the collection there. Oh, I guess I did not attack with War Boss, did I not?
Hard a larboard.
Alright, so their Frenzy's gone, which is the good news. The bad news, they have 5 cards in hand. The good news is we have Azcanta, and Azcanta can probably deal with 5 cards in hand. So honestly, I kind of like where we're at here. Search Azcanta is messed up. Yeah, it's a program called Deckmaster. Yeah, so you can scroll over the cards and everything. It's really cool. Yeah, I missed the War Boss attack, I guess. Not bad. Alright, we've used 2 Coil, 1 Contempt so far. Three Coil, 1 Contempt. There's 1 Contempt towards the bottom. So even though we have a Golden Demise for this, they get to throw all these goblins at us. We'll do the obvious play. They'll throw 3 goblins at us. Good news is hopefully they're out of Banefires. They've already gone through 3 Banefires to kill us. And how many Siege Gangs? That's going to be 1, 2... Yeah, it resolves. Just 2 Siege Gangs so far. It's not a whole lot of Siege Gangs, so they have 2 other Siege Gangs. I'm hoping they have another Siege Gang in their hand that we get to Thought Erasure away. I wanted to keep this Thought Erasure. Of course, Thought Erasure returns campaign, and now their hand matters, so... One more Siege Gang doesn't kill us on its own. This is Portugal the Man, so young. I don't know why that song thing didn't work there. Siege Gang and Banefire? And a land to protect them? Well, I have to take Banefire. So they have 4 Banefires. 4 Banefires? Is that necessary? Come on, opponent. You're killing me here. How many Thought Erasers have we seen? 1, 2, 3. Seen 3 Thought Erasers. None down here. So certainly a chance there's another Thought Eraser. Let's try. Contempt. Contempt is nice. Contempt is nice. Siege Gang trigger on the stack, we get to Contempt it. Ugh. So we're going to go down to 5. They'll have 3 1/1s that we'll have to deal with. There's 1 Golden Demise towards the bottom. So there's 1 other Golden Demise in here. I do have a lot of mana. So activating Azcanta takes 4 mana. 1, 2, 3. For Disinformation Campaign, we're only looking at 4 other mana. Let's activate Azcanta first. So we're gonna go down to 2. Likely 2. So I guess there's 1 Golden Demise out of those 6 cards. Right? There's 1 Golden Demise out of those 6 cards? No, there's no Golden Demise. We've already used 2. Okay. So that's good to know. So that's good to know. So in that case, I'm just gonna. We don't have a chance of drawing Golden Demise. So let's just get this last card out of their hand. Going down to 2. No Sitzer in the deck right now. Our only sweeper is this 1 Golden Demise down here. It's all the way down there. So right now it's random card, Disinformation Campaign. If I flip that, then I can get Contempt. Or wait, I could cast Discovery first and then Contempt. I could go keep, draw that card, flip that Contempt, and then my next 2 draw steps are Nicol Bolas, Doom Whisperer. Okay, so we're going to go Discovery, keep these 2 cards on top. Nice. Perfect. Get a Contempt. Perfect. Activate Azcanta for another Contempt. Contempt a token. And coil a token. Should have paid 2 for the land. I'm not to that part of the game yet of needing to activate Azcanta, flip Azcanta, activate Azcanta. Alright, let's draw the Doom Whisperer. Play that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pass turn. There are 19 cards left. Yeah, there was no top. I was saying there was no top in like those cards we didn't know about. We knew about the one Golden Demise that was later on in our deck at the time. There's like 8 cards or 10 cards or something that we didn't know about. There's 6 cards, and so I was saying there's no Demise in those cards. Start.
Please.
Yeah, we got to try to end this game quickly. If they find another,
no fire, no steel.
Problem is if they find another, their only out is another Siege Gang Commander. Their only out is Siege Gang Commander number 4 right now. I think that's their only out. So if I steal the Crater Maker, they just sack it. Right, so it doesn't get to attack, doesn't get to do any damage. I have lethal next turn with Doom Whisperer, Nicol Bolas. I think that's their main out, is drawing a Siege Gang Commander this turn. I don't think there's anything else in their deck. They've used 4 Banefires and 3 Siege Gangs. I don't think there's other things that deal direct damage. Yeah, they've already used all 4 Banefires. Fight with fire kicked. That does direct damage. Oh my gosh. Come on. Tried so hard. Man. Tried so hard. Fight with fire takes a little bit of time to cast, because it's like you try to cast it, then you have to click like that you want to kick it, and then like after you kick it, it's like, well, how many targets do you want? You have to like point out your target, then it's like, how do you want to spread these damages? So like, yeah, that's why it took our opponent a little bit of time to cast that. Yeah, I do think leaving the frenzy in their hand was a mistake. Wait, so I was 3-1 at the time, so now 3-2 we finished up with. Yeah, we tried so hard and we got so far. Our opponent had Fight with Fire to kick. When the turn we were going to be able to attack him for lethal. Yeah, that was the only frenzy we saw. They had 19 cards left. We got a Seafloor Oracle and a Huatli. I've been opening a ton of Seafloor Oracles recently. Ton of those. Recently. Alright, but we got to 10 subs. So one, thank you everybody. Not only thank you everybody for watching in here, but also thank you everybody for the subs. So we got to 10 subs, and we did a vote there a little bit ago. And the pack that we decided to open was a Core Set 2019 pack. Alright, Core Set 2019. Let's see what we got. Mystic Archaeologist. Another card we've been opening up quite a bit recently. That was one of our rewards earlier today. I think that's our second Archaeologist of the day. Yeah, not a Chain Whirler. Disappointing end there. Man, we really fought through a whole lot. But, yeah, Grixis. Whoops. To finish up just the, we're playing Orzhov Knights here in a little bit, but, so don't go anywhere. But to finish off the YouTube video, yeah, this Grixis discard deck's still really good. Really like it. I like taking out this third duress for a single search for Iskanta for another search for these grindy matchups with lots of spells and everything. I think having another search in the deck is very good. So I like that upgrade. I think that's going to be a big upgrade there. We really don't need more discard spells, honestly. So I think that's a good upgrade there. And there we go. All right, so thanks for watching Grixis Discard. Don't forget to hit the sub button if you are on YouTube. Still looking for getting more followers there. youtube.com/c/ToddStevensMTG. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you can always find me live on Twitch from 3 to 10 Eastern every single day at twitch.tv/ToddStevensMTG. So just click on over to the next video, and I'll see you in a little bit.